Hello, my name is Brent McKnight, and today we're chatting with Suzanne Tilleman, who, together with Timo Busch and Raymond Paquin, was this year's recipient of the ONE NBS Impact on Practice Award. That's fantastic. Suzanne, could you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Sure. Thank you, Brent and ONE, for asking me to do this interview. I'm very honored by the award, and I'm really touched that you'd like to record my answers. So, a little bit about me. I was an engineer earlier in my career. I was a mechanical engineer and pursued a corporate career. So, I went from engineering into management of the company, a large corporation. Um, and then I had an epiphany that involved falling in love and changing my life. I I don't I wanted, I guess, to make the world a better place. And um, I thought about ways to do that, and I thought there were multiple paths for doing that. But my husband, who's a researcher in education technology, was really rooting for me to go into scholarship and research. He thought, what a great life, and he's right.
Hmm.
So, I really thought deeply about what I'd like to study before I even applied to PhD programs. I also had my children before I wanted to apply for PhD programs, so we kind of postponed because we knew we wanted to have a second child. And after having the first one, I knew how much work it was, and I didn't want to try to do that during a PhD program. And I originally thought I wanted to study social entrepreneurship. And I researched the researchers I would love to work with, and I applied to several of them. And I was fortunate enough that Mike Russo at University of Oregon, agreed to work with me, and I was offered a spot in their PhD program. I happen to be a large number kind of person, with having the engineering background, and I found that sustainability actually captured a lot of what I wanted to study. You know, the long view, the importance of community, all these other kind of individual functional value sets for people in a way that I could approach it that I couldn't do with social entrepreneurship. So that's really how I ended up in sustainability.
Oh, that's fantastic. It sounds like you started with the ONE group kind of in mind.
I did. I
Yeah.
did. I will say I looked at SIM, but given kind of my approach, I just felt that ONE was a better home for me.
So, what's your experience been like in that ONE group as part of that group?
Well, it's kind of seductive. They're nice. They are really nice. And when you are a doctoral student or even junior faculty, and you go to the Academy of Management, and it is so large and can be so alienating, not intentionally, it just can be.
Big. Yeah.
It's very nice to um, go to a division where everybody knows your name. Everyone, at least if they don't know your name, they're friendly, they care, they talk to you. Because we're all interested in a general area of research. We see connections in our research very easily, much, in my opinion, an experience in a much easier way than in a large division like BPS. So,
Okay.
we, pick two when we sign up for our academy membership, and ONE's always been one of them.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, you won an award in the ONE group. Can you tell us about this award and kind of what took you there?
Yes, so my co-authors, Ray Paquin and Timo Busch, and I won the Impact on Practice
Woohoo!
Award, this beautiful plaque that I quickly showed my brand new dean when I came back to work. Um, and it means a lot to me. I feel a need to impact practice, and so probably it's the most important award I could have won from ONE. Um, I'm very fortunate to work with good co-authors, and I attribute it all to that.
That's great. So, any other advice other than finding great co-authors to work with? How do you pursue your best work in this field?
Well, I should give recognition to, even though Jennifer Howard Grenville was not one of our co-authors on this paper, she's the one who brought me to industrial symbiosis research and put me in contact with her doctoral student, Ray Paquin.
Right.
So Jen had support through the National Industrial Symbiosis Program in the UK, right, that then helped support Ray, right? And then Ray had support from, I should name this, the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council Insight Development Grant in Canada, right, that also sponsored this work. Right? And so we all appreciate sponsorships.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So working with great co-authors, finding ways that you can contribute. So the reason Jen, and we've worked with Jen as well, and Ray and I have another paper with Jen that we just submitted today to another journal using industrial symbiosis. But it's finding complementarity, ways to complement each other. So I feel so very fortunate being a quantitative methods person, being able to work with two fantastic qualitative researchers. I mean, it's the best of both worlds, right? So I would say finding great co-authors, finding the way that you provide value, and then, good Lord, time management. Constantly, I'm struggling with time management.
Right. Excellent. Well, that was a fantastic advice. Thank you so much, Suzanne.
Thanks, Brent.